Hello, splendiferous people. Today I'm talking about the race against time that we are in and the baddies are in. Who's going to win? I hear you ask. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. The emissaries asked me a question the other day and they said, how does it feel down in 3D at the moment? And I said, it feels like this. It feels like we are on the verge of something really good. And at the same time, it feels like we're on the verge of something really bad. So that's how I feel. It's like there are two things happening and I don't know which one has the most power. And they said, yeah, we agree with that summary of 3D at the moment. What they said is that the baddies perceive themselves, they know fine well that they are in a race against time. They know full well that the Great Awakening is happening, that there's no stopping it. They know that they can't stop it. Goodness knows they've tried. Goodness knows they've tried. They do know that they can hamper it, and that's what they're doing. By pushing the cancel culture, the disinformation, misinformation and malinformation. I mean, it's got 3 words now. 3 words to describe basically telling the truth, talking about stuff. And so they're trying to hamper it, but they know that they can't stop it. It's inevitable. However, as the emissaries say, they're also aware that if they can act quickly enough, they can get all their plans in place before enough people have woken up. That's it, basically. I heard a really nice expression the other day which kind of sums up what they want to do. They said you can vote your way into communism, but you've got to shoot your way out. Okay? And it's kind of like where they want to take us. Literally, they want to take us, I believe, to that kind of paradigm of total state control, total and utter. So they know that if they can get us there, because if you think about the times that the communist state, the people knew that the government lied. The people knew that the government was bad. The people knew that they were being suppressed and persecuted and all of that. They just couldn't do anything about it. There was nothing that they could do. They all knew, they were all awake. You know, even now when you hear people who've lived in communist states that come here and they say, be very careful because it's happening. We've already seen this happen. Be very careful. So being awake in the Great Awakening, in the eyes of the baddies, obviously there's a lot more to the Great Awakening than just waking up to the world. But for them, it's like, okay, it's happening, but we can get there first. So what are they doing? Well, they are at the moment in the game of the great distraction. They know that there's this swathe of people, a swathe of people ever growing, ever massive, who are starting to look overly at them, starting to investigate them and everything. And so what they're doing is they are in the process of creating as many distractions to titillate us. They are the tidbits that they give us. So at the moment, for example, I see this thing with P. Diddy or whatever, yeah? It's an enormous distraction. All right, you know, in one way people are saying, yeah, but it's all coming out and everything. It's all coming out about him and about a certain group. What I see, that the baddies, remember the baddies, we're talking about another level. They don't give a shit about anybody who's in their camp. They're very happy to offer up a sacrifice. I mean, God knows, you know, literally and metaphorically, they've done that forever. They're very willing to offer up a sacrifice so that all of the truther people, all of the awakened people spend the whole time talking about that. And as the emissary said, whilst everybody's looking over there, it's the classic magician technique, isn't it? They get you to look at this hand and this hand's doing something completely different. That's what they're doing all of the time, all of the time. you know, the whole Kamala, I'll say her name incorrectly because I know it's really bad to do that, but I'm a rebel. All of that, it's a very, very big distraction. I feel it's like got people, oh, that's all that they want to talk about. It's all the news want to talk about. When the news spends its whole time talking about something, you know that that's a distraction. When the truther movement spends its whole time talking about something, you also know that that's a distraction. Truly, that's just my feeling. I don't know what your opinion is. Maybe you think, Gordon, you're talking a load of shit. And maybe I am. Who knows? But just a sense I get. And that's what the emissaries were saying, that they're in the place of big distraction. And I said, but the issue is, every time that they reveal and they give somebody up as a sacrifice, it wakes up more people. And the emissary said, yes, of course. And they know that it's kind of collateral damage. But as long as they can keep us from not watching what they're doing, then they're buying time. So that's all that they're trying to do. So they see us in like this race, neck to neck. They're confident that they can win this race. They're confident that they can get to do what they want to do in the end. And they'll have us all as kind of like prison, on Prison Planet, all saying, oh, look how bad it is. That's what they think. However, the emissary said that won't happen. It can't happen because that's not the plan. However, that doesn't stop them from thinking that. That doesn't stop them from believing that. But it's not the plan. Whether they like it or not, the Great Awakening is happening. And whether they like it or not, this time comes to an end. This will end. We are in the last days. The last days sounds frightening. We're in Armageddon, whatever you want to call it, the Great Tribulation. Call it what you will. It sounds scary. It was terrifying for me, as an ex-Jehovah's Witness to think that. But it just means that at the end. We're at the end. And that's good. Because as one thing ends, another thing starts. As one door closes, the other one opens. So that's all. And we knew that when we came here. We didn't come here by accident and go, oh, I'll just choose that because that looks interesting. I like the look of Ted Heath. Why you would like the look of Ted Heath, I don't know. I like the look of Bill Clinton. I'll go down and see what he's up to. No, we chose this time because we knew that we were going to watch the closure of this particular epoch and the beginning of a new one. So, fasten your seatbelts, get yourself prepared, put yourself in low gear, because it's going to be interesting. I love you all, and I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.